Okay, everyone, let's get through these last three questions here. They're a little bit fictitious. What I did was I went to Food for Less, took some pictures of some prices that actually had unit prices on them. They were total prices. They gave weights. I got sea scallops, fresh Atlantic salmon, and boneless, skinless chicken breast. And then we're going to, from that, reverse engineer one of the three things: unit price, total price, or weight. The reason I'm doing this is because sometimes, as you saw in the intro video, they don't give you the unit pricing. For example, the kitty litter that we brought up to Brightside, for whatever reason, a grocery outlet, when we stopped there, did not give us the unit price. And I wanted to make sure we bought the lowest unit priced kitty litter box, because that way we could get the most product to Brightside to help all these animals that have been kind of relocated because of these fires. Very often nowadays, stores, merchants will give you the unit price. It's kind of the Costco idea. The reason many of you probably shop at Costco, and the reason you shop at Costco is because when you buy things in large amounts, it costs more in total, but it costs less per unit. And if that doesn't make sense, what I did was, as we were setting this video up, I went to Amazon. We actually have to get some pond fish food for our fish, so I just looked up pond fish food. We got some choices here. We can buy a 2-pound bag of Blue Ridge fish food pellets. That costs $18.95. Or we can purchase a 5-pound bag, which costs $19.95. A 14-pound bag, which is $65, $64.95. Or a 25-pound bag that is $79.95 or $80. And obviously, as the pounds go up, the price goes up, which makes perfect sense. But that's like saying, okay, so that means a 2-pound bag is the cheapest. Okay, it is the cheapest because that bag, when compared to the other 3 containers, is the least number of dollars, $18.95 versus the other 3. But what's interesting, though, is how much it costs per. So they say it's 59 cents per ounce for the 2-pound bag. Now, the first thing you have to realize is how many ounces there are in a pound. There are 16 ounces in a dry pound. Okay, or 16 dry ounces in a pound. So in a 2-pound bag of food, there are 32 ounces. So to get this dollars per ounce unit that they've given you right here, you'd have to take that $18.95, and divide it by 32 ounces. And there's where you get your 0.59 US dollars. That's where they get their 59 cents from right there, by dividing $18.95 by 32. Over here, the 5-pound bag is $19.95. Now look at the jump in price. You're getting more than twice the amount of food, but you're paying less than half. It's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. You would get the math the exact same way, except you'd have to divide by 80 ounces, right? 80, because it's 5 pounds and 16 ounces per pound. That would be 80 total ounces. So that 25 cents a pound, well, you would take the $19.95 and you would divide it up into 80 equal pieces. And there is your 25 cents, or to be more precise, I guess 24.9 cents. And then something interesting happens here, the 14-pound jump. Look at that. Yeah, it costs more because you're getting more than twice, but the unit price actually goes up. So it would make less sense to buy the 14-pound container than it would be to buy multiple 5-pound containers if you were buying this in bulk. And I can't say that enough. If. Certain things you can't do this with. Like if you're going to buy roses for your significant other, you don't want to go out and be like, well, babe, I was going to buy you a dozen roses, but I figure if I get them on sale, I can buy 16 dozen roses and just, well, they're not going to keep, right? But fish food like this does keep, especially if it comes in a bucket like this. You seal the top, it'll keep all season. But the thing about it is you probably are better off. You are better off, not probably. You are better off financially buying the 5-pound container versus the 14. Now, the only interesting thing, and this is my favorite, is the 25-pound one over here. They tell you it's $80, which is $3.20 a pound. Now, if you read this not carefully, you might think the 5-pound bag is the best deal of all 4 of these. But if you look really closely, 5 pounds is 1/5 of 25 pounds. That means this is 5 times as much food as this. Well, if the price scaled, This is 20 bucks. 5 times 20 is 100. This is way less than 100. And the reason it's hidden is because they've told you it's $3.20 a pound, not an ounce. So they've taken the $79.95 and divided it by 25. What they actually should be dividing it by is by the 16 ounces per pound. So they have to divide that by 400. And if you divide 80 bucks by 400, you're going to see pretty quickly that it's 20 cents a pound. So this is 59 cents a pound, this is 25 cents a pound, this is 29 cents a pound, and this puppy dog right here is 20 cents a pound. That's your best deal right there. So although the logic pretty much follows here that the unit prices go down as the products go up, that's the oddball. The 14 pound makes no sense. No one should purchase that 14 pound container of food, unless for some really important reason you need that bucket that apparently it comes with. So anyway, that's a look at Amazon. Let's go back to our other problems. Number 13, it says find the unit price in dollars per pound of the scallops. So let's see what we know in the scallops. In the scallops, we know the total price is $17.26, and we know how much they weigh. This package of scallops is 1.08 pounds. So we have dollars and we have pounds. I think we know where this is going. We can just take the dollars for number 13, which is $17.26, and we can divide that by the total pounds, which is 1.08 pounds. And then we just do the division. We've already got dollars per pound. Sorry about, I used the goofy S sign with the slashes through it. Apologies. So now we know the unit is going to be dollars per pound. All we got to do is do that divided by that, which that's too much precision. I can't do that in my head. And I get $15.98 per pound, or as they say on the thing, just price per pound. So I weighted it out so we could do the math ourselves. So scallops are expensive. Holy hell, that's pricey. Okay, how much do the salmon fillets weigh? So now, if you look at this one, we have the unit price. The unit price is $9.98 a pound. So I'm gonna do this. So this is the salmon fillets. This was number 13. Here's 14 here. So the salmon fillets are $9.98 per pound. I want you to think of this dimensionally, analytically. I'm not sure I said that right. We want to know how much the salmon fillets weigh. That means we have to get pounds at the end. So over here, we have to have pounds up top. See where pounds is right now? It's in the denominator. This is where good number sense comes in. Just because it says $9.98 a pound doesn't mean we have to keep it that way. We can write that as 1 pound is equivalent to $9.98. See that right there? See what we just did? That puts the pounds up where we need it to be. This is like miles per gallon, gallons per mile. You just rewrite it in the way you need. Now we know that the total price of these salmon fillets is $8.38. And we also know we have to get this $9.98 out of here. So we can take care of it like this. Multiply by $8.38. If you multiply that by $8.38, the unit is going to divide off, boop, boop, and you're going to have just pounds left, which is what you want. So we're going to have 1 pound times 8.38, which is 8.38 pounds, divided by 9.98. Let's do it. All right, I get about 0.84 pounds. That's about 0.84 pounds. So now we got to find the total price of this amount of chicken. So we have a unit price. We're given a unit price. We were not given that previously. We were able to figure it out. But now we know the chicken is $2.48 a pound. Per pound. We also know how much it weighs. So again, this is similar to the last question, number 14, in that we know we need to have dollars at the end. That means we have to get rid of pounds, which means we have to multiply by pounds. Well, we've got pounds, right? It's 5.64 pounds. And that will take care of that. And you're left with 248 times 5.64. I get about $13.99. About $13.99. So there you go. I mean, every one of these is related in some way to the idea of a rate. Dollars per pound, miles per gallon, crimes per day. It's a very, very useful skill to have. And the good news is it's just multiplication and division. That's my favorite part of all this. All right, let's try some homework. Let's try a lab. And always send me an email if you get stuck. Talk soon.